Chapter 1, Quadratic Functions and Equations in One Variable. Okay, so today we will find roots of a quadratic equations. Okay, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So what is the meaning of roots? Okay, so here are some definition of roots. So roots are the values of the variable that satisfy a quadratic equations. And roots are also the x-intercepts of a quadratic functions. Okay, that seems hard to understand, but let me make it simpler for you. Okay, so values of the variable. So in this general equation, the variables are the x, right? That satisfy a quadratic equation. That means, for example, if you have a equation x squared minus 4x equals 0. Okay, you need to find the value of x that make this thing equal to 0. Okay, you need to find the value of x that make this thing equal to 0, that satisfy this equation. Okay, and then the second thing is the x-intercept of the quadratic function. So if you make a quadratic function y equal x squared minus 4x, and then you have a graph x and y. This is a graph, and then this is the x-intercept, right? The graph that intercept the x-axis is called x-intercept. This value we call it roots. Okay, also this value of x we also call it roots. So in simpler words, roots actually is the value of x. Okay, when y is 0, we want to find what is the value of x. So when you see roots, you need to know it's the value of x. Okay, when y is 0, that satisfies this equation. Okay, so this is the example. Function of x equal to x squared minus 4x. So we can see this is the graph here, and this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So this is the graph, and then based on the second definition, the roots is the x-intercept, right? So this is the x-intercept, this is also the x-intercept. So we have two intercepts here. Okay, so first is x equal to 0, and then here is x equal to 4. So these two are the roots. Okay, so roots, also the x-intercepts. Okay, so let's see the first definition. Value of the variables that satisfy the equation. Okay, so the equation is y equal x squared minus 4x, right? We want to see x squared minus 4x. The first root is 0, so we put in 0 here. Okay, I substitute the x with 0. X become 0. So 0 times 0, we get a 0. 4 times 0, you get a 0. 0 minus 0, you get 0, right? So you see, this satisfies the equation equals 0. So that means this value of x, which is 0, is the root. So x equals 0 is the root. So y equal to x squared minus 4x, we test for this root 4, right? Okay, 4 squared minus 4, 4. 4 squared is 16. 4 times 4 is also 16. 16 is 1 and 16 is 0. Okay, if y equal to 0, that means x, which this value of x is the roots. Okay, so we have two roots. So how to find roots? We have three ways. The first way is this factorization. Second way is this, completing the square. And the third way is using a formula called quadratic formula. But in your syllabus, you only need to know how to factorize. And factorize, you need to remember, you will get two brackets. Okay. Okay, so I will teach you three ways to factorize. So the first way is this. So remember, when you factorize, you will get 2 bracket. Okay, this thing will become 2 bracket. Okay, so in the first method, you need to bring out the common factor to the first bracket. Okay, x squared minus 4x. Okay, I will make 2 bracket first. Remember, this thing is the common thing. I will bring it out. So when you need to check, the first thing is x squared, the second term is minus 4x. They both have x, right? So I can bring the x out. Okay, so this I will put 2 terms here. The first term x squared, 1x already outside, so another x is left, so x. That means x times x, you get x squared. And then minus, okay, 4x, x is out, so 4 is left here. You can check, minus 4 times x, you get minus 4x. Okay, so x is alone in the first bracket, so I can get rid of the first bracket. So this is the final answer, x in bracket x minus 4. This is the answer here. So if you want to check whether your answer is correct, you can check here. You can check again, you can multiply inside to see. So the first term, x times x, you get x squared. Second term, x times 4, you get 4x. You see, it's the same as the question. Okay, same like the question. That means your factorization is correct. We try the second question here. X squared plus 2x. Okay, same thing, we will have 2 bracket. First bracket is a common factor. Okay, so what is common? You can check the first term and then check the second term. The common thing is x, so I bring out an x. X squared, right? So 1x is out, another x is inside. Okay, 2x, x is out, and then 2 is left. Okay, and then x is alone, so I can get rid of the bracket, and then x plus 2. Okay, question C. First bracket, second bracket. Common thing put in the first bracket. Okay, here is the first term, and then this is the second term. Okay, here's a little bit tricky because of the number 20. So you can check, this is 20, this is 5, and they are both multiple of 5, right? That means they both have 5. Okay, so I can bring out an 5. And then x, like usual. Okay, 20, if I bring out 5, what's left is 4. Because 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, x squared, 1x is out, so x is inside. 5x times 4x, you get 20x squared. And then 5 is out, what's left is 1, right? X is out, nothing here. So 1 times 5x, you get 5x. Okay? And then first bracket, 5x, and then second bracket, 4x plus 1. If you want to check, you can multiply again, but this is your final answer. Okay? This is your factorization. So that's the first factorization. And thanks for watching. The next video, you will see more examples on how to factorize.